Rational judgment refers to an opinion one forms on something after careful thought process based on reason rather than impulsive feelings. Throughout the history of mankind, rational judgment has been the cornerstone of all progress and development. Humanities is the crucial academic discipline of the study of human society and culture, languages and arts, history, philosophy and economics, etc. Humanities have always been the pillar of the acts of deriving knowledge from the past, comprehending conditions of the present, and navigating the path of the future. Thus, it will always be vital to human development and progress, including in the imminent era of technology. Let us learn more about navigating rationally the uncharted waters of unleashing humanities in the digital age with Mr. Rohit Dhankar.
Mr. Rohit is the founder secretary of Digantar. Oh, please, sir. He's the founder secretary of Digantar and the anchor for the Foundations of Education program. He was associated with Azim Premji University as a professor and director of School of Education. He trained as a teacher under David Hosberg in the Neilbach School and taught at the elementary level for about 15 years in Digantar schools. Please, sir.
Thank you, young friends. And thank you, Mr. Ravi, and a friend of mine who is not here, who suggested to Mr. Ravi that I should be given some chance here. Devika, she is not here. Thank all of you. I also thank Colonel Shekhar, because he woke you up out of your after lunch slumber, and otherwise my life would have been much more difficult. Now, if you doze off, that is not my fault, that's your natural human tendency. So, now, one little thing, because in continuation with the last session, Mr. Spock was neither AI nor transhuman. He was a different species. But I will talk at the end of my presentation about something which is properly AI. There is another successor to Mr. Spock, data, which figures in the in Star Trek, I think Next Generation. Yeah, we will talk about that. One little apology. I have been looking at the slides since this morning, and I noticed that my slides are made in the ugliest form. Now, all of them are made aesthetically so beautiful and so tastefully, and therefore it seems to me that I have to depend more on the content than on the form here. So this is not that ugly. You will see the uglier, you know. Well, come to the third, not the second, third. Okay, first I will set the problem a little bit very quickly, because since the morning we have been hearing that there is a lot of apprehension about AI and technology, which is genuine. Almost every new thing does have some hope and some apprehension. As educators, this is our job actually to look at yeah, thank you. So, okay, I'll have to figure that out, but hope I'll be able to do that. So, every new thing brings hope and apprehension. As educators, this is necessary for us to think about it and be cautious about what we are apprehensive about, and be hopeful about what best we can derive out of it. I'll try to look from that point of view. Therefore, I have chosen only two problems. One is, what are the kinds of problems technology and, of course, AI can cause in the pedagogy, and therefore in achieving aims of education, aims of genuine education, as since the morning some people have mentioned them. And the second, the only session, the second problem I am hinting at was mentioned was the last session. Earlier than that, we have been talking about AI in the weak sense, That is, AI is an enhanced version of information technology which can, up to a certain extent, help us sort out data and better organize them, better search them, better compare them, etc., but all as a tool. There is a speculative part of AI, which is people sometimes call strong AI, sometimes call consciousness AI. At this moment, many people believe this is not possible. But this, I believe a philosopher should never close the possibilities. So we won't take that argument very far. Personally, I do believe this is not possible. There are some very serious philosophical issues in that, but we cannot go into details of that. Consciousness AI means that it will become conscious of itself, as our young friend was saying, that is, self-awareness will come to it, but it will also be able to experience pain, pleasure, happiness, sadness, anger, etc. And when that stage reaches, then there is another problem, philosophical problem too, which emerge out of it. So I'll deal only with the two problems in a focused manner, and other things I will not talk a lot about. Personally, I don't think that these problems are inherent in the nature of AI. No, friend, I don't think I can manage this.
Maybe you can, Amit, just do it from there. Next slide, next slide.
I don't know. I believe you will have to help me. So, if there is someone here. Oh, yes. I think I figured out. Yeah. Yes, yes. Now, no. Okay, since that takes my time, so I'll forget about it. And if someone comes there, then perhaps that person will help. Mostly I work without slides, so this is okay. I don't think these problems are inherent in the nature of either information technology or AI. These are the kind of problems which emerge the way we want to use AI, the way we are likely to use AI. In a certain sense, and please don't think that I am comparing it to too mundane a thing. I remember in 6th standard we used to have a debate whether science is a boon or a curse. Actually, even the 6th standard children understand that science is neither boon nor a curse. It's simply a piece of knowledge, and it depends how you use it. So AI is actually, in that sense, a tool, and this depends how we use it. We have been proclaiming since the morning that we are going to be master and we are not going to be controlled. Almost every speaker said that. I don't take that statement as on the face value. Why don't I take? Look at that board. Please read that carefully. The world is changing. You should fit in. What is your job? To fit in. As soon as you say that something is changing, the force which is changing it is mysterious. We do not know what that force is. We cannot control that force. We only have to fit in. At that time, actually, you have given up the control to the force which is changing it. I'm not saying don't fit in, because sometimes when you refuse to fit in, you get extinct. The thing is that the slogan also has that connotation that the world is changing, something is changing, is beyond our control. Our job is only to fit in, which actually means that we have given up the control to that force which is changing the world. That force could be market, force could be technology, that force could be politics, but that is something beyond the comprehension of most of the people. So I'm not sure about that. But then let me progress to, and I'll go very quickly. I have too many slides, so. What? Oh no, already 5 minutes only. Well, then I'll have to forget the slides. And could you give me one of those? I want to make the best of I'm sorry, I'm not used to. I'm a teacher. Hello, can you hear this? Right, so the best way to use my 4 minutes is this. In these slides, I have tried to work out what is the ideal of human being. Tagore says that the person, he uses the term man, but I'm using the term person. The person who does not have an ideal image of himself, of his environment, and does not try to create that ideal image out of his own psychic material in the real world, does not want to transform the environment for a fitter environment for that being, which he thinks of himself as an ideal being, is an insult to his humanity. It's a very strong statement. Tagore is saying that you are, in a certain sense, self-created. He uses this word. In Hindi, we call it Swayambhu. Swayambhu is the term often used for the God. So, in a certain sense, we create ourselves. How do we create ourselves? I jump to another philosopher, Scheffler. Scheffler argues in context of education that the distinguishing characteristic of humanity is using its region. It fashions a moral code for itself and imposes that moral code in itself, something like we Indians say, we gave this constitution to ourselves. So we construct a moral code for ourselves and give it to ourselves, and then we abide by it. He says, this is my freedom and this is my dignity. So the second stage is Tagore, self-create. Self-create on what principles? Rational principles which are generalizable, that is universalizable, which does not leave any human being out. And on the basis of that, one creates a kind of world in which rational being can live with free judgment. Now, what does it all has to do with the AI? In my 2 minutes, I'll give some hints, do not have time to elaborate. Try to go deeper. AI, at the moment, the way we are working is nothing but some currents flowing in a complicated circuit, which simply means that it is determined. This is cause-effect determined process. If the cause-effect determined process produces consciousness and self-consciousness, then we are cause-effect determined process, and we do not have free will, which Tagore is talking about. This is the philosophical problem. And when we come to that, what do? I'm jumping several slides and several arguments and several assumptions, but then we face a different kind of challenge. Imagine a being which is sensitive like you, which can feel the pain and pleasure and morals and happiness and anger, and can make independent decisions like we can. And we enslave that being. That's a judgment on our morality, not on that being. So friends, the day such a being is created, even if by us, we lose the right to destroy it, then you are destroying a life which is equivalent to you in every respect, and your morality is actually taking a hit in simply destroying it. Then what do? You give a seat in your parliament to that being. Now, last 30 seconds about my organization. My organization is called Digantar. This is a school in Jaipur. We are running this school. This is ungraded, and we don't have examinations, etc. Our pedagogy is very different. We are running it for about 45 years. We also do capacity building programs for teachers, for curriculum designers, curriculum coordinates, teacher coordinates in the schools, and teacher educators. And a flavor of our kind of a flavor of our kind of capacity building program I have already given you in last 15 minutes. Thank you.
Let's go.